John from theproductivegarden.com, and I've just got a little update on the crabapple trees, or more correctly, the upside down crabapple trees that I've got. And I think you'll be quite surprised at how they're coming along, so let's just get to it and take a look at it. Alright, so this one here, this is actually doing great. Yesterday we had some really dry winds, and it's dried out the tips of the leaves on this one a little bit, but this one's actually doing really well and has taken off lately. Yesterday's really dry hot winds did dry it out a little bit, but I think it'll bounce back just fine. Now this was the biggest of the upside down cuttings. It had the biggest network of branches underneath in the ground, so I think that's why it's done really, really well. This one here was a little bit of a cutting, and I thought, what the heck, may as well put it in. And even though it doesn't look like much, it's not as good as what it was, but it's still sort of green in the cambium underneath. This one here was a little bit bigger, and again, if you rub out the cambium, it's still definitely green underneath. So I'm still hoping that we'll get some budding off this one. It's not going too bad at all. This one here was the one that was planted in a normal fashion. Now you can see here little buds coming off there, so it's got a few buds coming off. There's some more there at the end of the branch there, and also down here there's a little bud as well. I think you'll see that. Okay, so it was planted in the traditional way, right way up, with just cutting off the branches and putting it in the ground. This one here is the last cutting. Again, it was done upside down, and if I scrape a bit of the cambium off, you can see that that's still green underneath. So the stick still seems to be alive. Not really any buds coming up on it at the moment, but we'll see what happens. We'll keep these things in and make sure they stay watered, and they should do pretty well. So yeah, the one the right way up is definitely budding, and this one that was the biggest, you can see it's well and truly budding. So hopefully it'll keep growing. It's actually not only budding, it's starting to branch out as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. Just yeah, yesterday's dry winds did dry out the tips of those leaves just a little bit. Alright, so that's our update on the upside down crabapple. The biggest one is definitely doing very well, and the one that was put in the right way is also doing quite well. And I still hold out hope for the other ones. That really small one seems to be a little less green than the others, but we'll just see what happens. Okay, and I'll let you know. I'll maybe feature them in a garden tour from time to time instead of doing specific updates for them, but I'll definitely let you know how they're getting on. Anyway, until next time, happy productive gardening. Bye.